Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 12 NFL Picks. We are coming off of a week where we went 11-3 and had a very good week of picking games. We're going to jump straight into it. Our total record, by the way, so far is 103-63. We're doing very, very well, and I'm hoping we get to a 75 winning percentage at some point. But our first game we are doing this week is the Colts at the Texans, and we are taking the Houston Texans to win this game. I understand that Indy's kind of got Houston's number a little bit. They've beaten them the last couple of times. Deshaun's played some of his worst games, honestly, against this team, and they just got pummeled by the Ravens. I think that they're going to look pressure in the face in this game, though, and they understand how big it is because winner gets first place, and the winner might actually just flat out win the division because we're running out of games at this point. Indy made some very good moves, getting Brissett back, kind of pummeling Jacksonville. Houston, not looking so impressive, but I think the home team rallies on a short week and pushes it through, and they actually win this game 27-24. And our second game on the docket is the Dolphins at the Browns. We're going to take the Cleveland Browns to win this game. They have way too much talent to not take them to win this game. And as you can see, the Bernie Kosar clock has made a return because the Browns beat the Steelers last week. If they win again, you might see like the license plate come back or something like that. Some other Cleveland piece of memorabilia may return to the wall. But the Dolphins are making actually a lot of good strides, and they're starting to show that they are maybe not tanking. They're starting to become more competitive in a lot of their games, but the Browns are kind of hitting a stride on the easier part of their schedule. I haven't taken them the last 2 weeks. They've actually surprised me with their defensive play specifically. I think that they keep it rolling here against the Dolphins, and they win 31-17. We got the Lions at the Redskins. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions in this one. They probably should have won last week in a shootout type game. I wasn't expecting them to play so well against Dallas's defense. Now, Detroit's defense is not very good, but their offense with Driscoll even is able to stand up to anybody, and I'm not sure the Redskins offense or defense can stand up to anybody. This game might start off strong, but the Lions will pull away in the end. Let's give it a score of 27-13. Raiders at the Jets. This one's a very interesting one for me. I think this has an upset special kind of feel to it. The Jets coming off of 2 straight wins against, albeit not very good teams, but the Jets don't have the consistency the Raiders do right now. The Raiders are on a tear. I am going to take the Oakland Raiders and take the hot hand in this one, but just know that there's part of me that wants to take the Jets and part of me that thinks the Jets might win, but I think the safer pick is to take Oakland. Josh Jacobs is running out of his mind right. The whole team, honestly, is just playing balanced football. Like, no one's really standing out because the team is actually so well coached that they're just kind of performing well in every aspect of the game. So I'm going to say by a score of 31-28, the Oakland Raiders win this game. Giants at the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears to get back on top and win this game. Mitch Trubisky or not, they might even play better if Chase Daniel plays quarterback. The New York Giants, again, they're a building football team. They're not expected to win a ton of games. Daniel Jones is playing against a great defense here in Chicago. I expect turnovers on turnovers on turnovers, but there's still going to be offense in this game. Final score of 38-31. I actually think it's going to be a lot like the Detroit-Dallas game from last week. The Giants actually may even pull off an upset because the Bears are struggling so mightily. But the Bears shouldn't have a problem with winning this game. I'm going to take Chase Daniel and the Bears. A little bit against Atlanta a couple weeks ago, but they're going to keep it rolling here. They got a great defense, a great offense, big division game. I think they might actually be able to clinch the division either this week or next week with a win. The Saints have a killer instinct, and they're the kind of team that knows, hey, this is the week that, bleep needs to happen. So I think it is going to happen for him. Kyle Allen is starting to regress a little bit. McCaffrey still playing incredibly well, but the Panthers overall just don't really match up to the Saints very well. I'm going to take it by a final score of 16-10. We got the Seahawks at the Eagles. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this game, but this is another one where I'm kind of torn. I could totally see Philly winning this game still. I just think the magic of Russell Wilson will overcome what happens to Philly. Now, I haven't read into it very much at this point, but if Lane Johnson plays, I wouldn't be surprised if Philly wins. I don't know what the deal is with Lane Johnson. I know he had a concussion, but they were taking it to the Patriots before he got hurt. The Eagles have the talent to hang with anybody, but Josh Gordon, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, I think those guys are going to feast on that secondary. So I'm going to do it by a total score of 24-21. Seattle wins on the road. The Buccaneers at the Falcons. This is, I think, the last game of the week where I'm like, I don't know what to do because Atlanta has really surprised me with how they've played, especially in division, and they've done it with defense. They've played very good defense the last couple of weeks. Tampa doesn't really play defense at all, other than rushing defense. They're very good at stopping the run, but passing-wise, which is Atlanta's strength, they're not very good. I am actually going to take Atlanta to win this game because they're at home. It's such a toss-up. I'm just going to take the home team. I think Matt Ryan, I trust him more in a big game situation or even just a game situation than Jameis Winston, and I trust the Falcons' defense based on how they've played the last couple weeks more than Tampa's. 41-40 final score in this one. Go look at the Vegas over-under. It might be pretty high on this one. Broncos at the Bills. We're going to take the Bills to win this game. Again, they stumbled a couple weeks ago against Cleveland, but they throttled Miami. They're not going to throttle Denver. It's going to be a good, close game. Brandon Allen has played very well for Denver even, too. If Denver wins this game, again, I wouldn't be surprised because Denver kind of has new life under him. But there's a reason why, Buffalo has 7 wins on the season. I think they're going to get to 8. I think it's going to be a slugfest of a game. Fans of those two teams will love it because it'll be a great defensive battle against two incredible units, and kind of offense is still looking for their identity. 12-10 final score. We're going to take Buffalo. Steelers at the Bengals. Steelers will be without their center, Marquise Pouncey. It is Marquise Pouncey, right? Yeah, I think so. His brother used to play, or still plays for the Dolphins. I actually don't even know. Nonetheless, we're going to take the Steelers to win this game. This might be a game that the Bengals could win. They played very well against Oakland last week. I just am not sure that they have the mental capacity to overcome beating the Steelers, which was the main reason why I didn't pick the Browns to win last week, because there's a really bad case of big brother, little brother with the Ravens and Steelers, and then the Browns and the Bengals. It's a really weird dichotomy of, like, I don't ever think the Browns or Bengals will beat the Steelers or the Ravens. It's just kind of ingrained in my memory. If it happens, it happens. But I think the Steelers get past what happened last Thursday pretty easily here. I think that Mike Tomlin is doing a good job of keeping everything under wraps. I think he does a good job of sending his team into Cincinnati. Yes, my notes do say so. And they're going to come out of the jungle with a win, 28-27. Jaguars at the Titans. We're going to take the Titans to win this game. I think that the Jags, based on what I saw last week, are having a little bit of not like remorse, but they're taking time to get used to Nick Foles because he's such a different quarterback than Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew was a lot more of a not West Coast quarterback, and Nick Foles is very much a West Coast quick throw, quick paced offense. Gardner Minshew was not that. Tennessee's defense is way too good to not help them win this game. Again, it's another toss-up game, but I feel way more strongly that Tennessee has more stability on their team than Jacksonville does right now. And also, Jacksonville's defense last week was not great against... I'm not going to say the Colts are a bad team or a bad offense, but they are a just outside the top 10 offense. Tennessee's not necessarily anywhere near that, but still. I think Tennessee has way more stability. I trust them a lot more to win this game. Final score of 26-16. Cowboys at the Patriots. We will take the Patriots to win this one, as we do every single week. The Cowboys seem to have issues playing in these bigger games and the Jets game. But have we seen any reason to think that the Patriots are going to slow down? I mean, their defense beats teams by themselves every single week. The offense doesn't even need to do that much. And the defense for the Dallas Cowboys last week got throttled by Jeff Driscoll. I just don't trust the Cowboys to play well in a big game, especially against the New England Patriots. And the Patriots have not given me any reason to believe otherwise. So I think the Patriots actually win by 2 touchdowns here, 28-14. And it'll be because of their offense, because Tom Brady was not happy with the offensive production against Philadelphia. The defense will hold it down, but the offense will score all the points. It's not to say that the Cowboys won't play well, they're just going to lose. We've got the Packers at the 49ers. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to win this game. I think Green Bay's defense roughs up Shanahan just enough to give Aaron Rodgers an extra possession to go down and win the game. I rarely will pick against Aaron Rodgers in a primetime game, especially in his home state, or at least the state that he went to college in. I saw him do the same thing a couple years ago. It might have even been last year against the same team. Last minute drive, goes down, gets the win. I don't see any different script here. The 49ers aren't going to lose this game because they're bad. They're going to lose this game because Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback on the other side of the field. Doesn't not change my opinion, my new opinion on the 49ers of being one of the best teams in the league. But the Packers have Aaron Rodgers, and that's the X factor that I just can't go over, especially when Jimmy Garoppolo... No, that's not really fair for me to say, though, because Jimmy Garoppolo has played exactly as well as he has needed to, especially in Kyle Shanahan's offense, which is very quarterback-friendly. But when the chips are on the table, I'm always going to take Rodgers. So I'm going to go with a final score of 29-27. And our final game of the week is the Baltimore Ravens at the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens. As much as a Browns fan as I need the Ravens to lose, they're not going to. This team is hot. They just throttled one of the better teams in the league in Houston. I don't see any reason why that would slow down now. The Rams have had issues guarding the run. They've had issues all over the place. I don't even think that the Rams offense can keep up with the Ravens, even if the defense was doing what it was supposed to. I don't trust the Rams to do anything at this point. I do trust the Ravens are going to put on a show, though, so at least we're going to get a great Monday Night Football game with Lamar Jackson, who may actually be, week over week, he's making me change my opinion of him, kind of like I did with Deshaun Watson. Dude's an MVP candidate. He is insane. And Greg Roman deserves Coach of the Year. Not even John Harbaugh. Greg Roman deserves either assistant coach or just flat out Coach of the Year, because he's done this twice with running quarterbacks, with Tyrod Taylor in Buffalo a couple of years ago as well. But nonetheless, defense probably scores another touchdown like they have been, keep that momentum going on that end, but the Ravens will win this game, and they like to put up points, by the way. They'll win this game 38-21. And thank you very much once again for viewing my picks for Week 12 of the NFL season. Our record will be over here. And stay tuned later this week for our Survivor Series / War Games preview episode. Seth Rollins hoodie for those who are interested. That'll go up later in the week once we have a better knowledge of who's actually going to be at the pay-per-view. The War Games video might be separate and go up first, because I think that card's already done. So just stay tuned for that. Like I said, record on that side. My Twitter will be over here. And I hope you all have a great week, and I hope I see you next week too. Thank you so much.